Okay, so for this project, this is where we're ending up. We're doing block letters or bubble letters, but with overlapping. So you see how every letter overlaps the other one, so it shows kind of like some space. So for this project, let's go over the requirements to get a 3. Number 1, correct bubble or block lettering. So if you don't know how to do that yet, or if you feel like you're not very good at it yet, if you don't feel confident, then just go back to the bubble or block letter lesson and do that as your project first, and then later you can come to this one. Overlapping of each letter, color or pattern, and or you can mix it up inside and outside of your letters, and at least 5 letters in your word. Again, you're choosing a word that is meaningful to you or inspirational to you, or maybe it's your name or your friend's name. Who knows, right? Whatever you choose. All right, let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is sketch out our letters, but instead of sketching them out like we did last time, where every letter is written first and they all have spaces, we actually have to just go in with one letter at a time, okay? So I'm going to make sure that I kind of generally know where every letter is going to be. Again, I'll just do hello to keep it simple, okay? So I have H-E-L-L, so I'm already out of room. So H-E-L-L-O. So I know that roughly I have to keep my H right over here, okay? So I'm going to use block lettering, and I could sketch it out, or I could use my ruler. I'm just gonna go like this, and I'm gonna do this kind of the same technique as I did last time. And close it off. And remember that any inside lines that you have in your H, like these lines right here, that doesn't make it look very good, right? That's not a true block letter yet, so we have to get rid of it. So in any kind of inside line that you get inside of your block letter, you just have to get rid of, okay? Now, here's where the overlapping comes in. So if you start off with one letter, your next letter is gonna be drawn with your ruler, or just by hand if you're doing bubble letters, over it, okay? So I know it's supposed to look like it's behind it, but we have to go over it first. So I'll show you what I mean. So the E for the next letter in hello, I'm just gonna go right through my H, okay? And I'm gonna put it at a slightly different angle, okay? So I'll use my ruler. I'm gonna do a slightly different angle like this. I'll start over here. So it's outside of the H, and it's gonna end outside of the H. So it's very important your first line starts and ends outside of your letter, okay? Now from that line, that's where I'm gonna draw my E. So this is where my E is gonna go. Maybe I'll go like that and like that, okay? And then I'm just gonna clean up this extra bit over here. That's not important. And then you have, remember we start with our stick letters, and then we do our lines from that. So I'm gonna make my parallel line from that, and my other parallel line to this line of the E. Again, it's not parallel. I'm like purposely kind of I'm mixing it up a little bit. I'm making it stylized, okay? And then I close up these end parts of the E, and I also have to do this part of the E, okay? So I'm just gonna connect all of this. Okay, now there's my E, I can see it, but remember, it can't be inside of the H. Okay, so any part now that's inside of the H, I get rid of. And notice how there's a little bit of the E coming back over here. That's actually a good thing, that helps our illusion, okay? Now, here we go with the L. So the L goes, I'm gonna start it right over the E somewhere. So I find some place on the edge right here, and I just start my L. I'm gonna put it like this, maybe, okay? So my L will just go like this, and then like this, okay? So that's the L. And I have to do my lines to make them, you know, match these, okay? So I'm gonna go something like this. And for this one, I'll go something like this. And then I close it off. And again, there can't be anything inside of this L, okay? And there also can't be anything inside of the E. So right here, where they overlap, I just get rid of those lines. Okay, now I'm gonna go a little bit faster. Again, there can't be any line inside of the letter that came before the one you just did, okay? So that looks pretty good now, okay? And now I have this big empty space over here. So I could just do like a giant exclamation point or something like that. Maybe I want to just do more O's, like hello, I don't know, whatever you decide, okay? For now, I'm just gonna go like this, just so I just wanted to show you guys the basic idea of how to overlap. So again, you can always add on to this with exclamation points or question marks or whatever. Okay, and then from there, you add your color, okay? So I went ahead and added my color. And remember that you have to have pattern and or color inside and outside of your letters. So I did pattern inside of my letters. Remember that it's really helpful to use these illustration markers on the inside of the letters, and they're really bold and nice to work with. But for the outside, I would not recommend these. I would recommend some chalk pastel because you can cover a lot of area quickly and you can also blend really nicely, okay? And that's it, okay? So good luck. I can't wait to see what you make.